Alright, so we're setting up the greenhouse right now, following the instructions. Dad's putting together two pieces of one of the frames. They told us to lay out part of the roof and walls, and they're blowing all over the place because we have a slight breeze right now. So we're focusing on this, trying to get these together. This is the whole greenhouse right here. Hopefully we get it set up in the next 3 or 4 hours. Alright, so Fred came out to give us a hand after finishing one of the videos, and he's helping us put them together. Dad just finished putting his together. We just have to tighten it down, and then we'll take it over there and lay it out, and then finish Fred's. Alright, so Fred's putting the other piece together with it. One wrong way. Yeah. Alright, Fred got the next piece off. Dad got another tool, got himself a little ratchet. They're going to tighten these down right quick, and then we'll move to the next stage. Yay! Dad got himself a ratchet. It's tightening everything down a lot faster than the wrench and stuff that they gave us. So hopefully it saves us a minute or two. You know. That's good. Looks like a black bag. Not really, but whatever. We'll do it out of the way. Just a little bit. Tightened anyway. Okay. I think so.
Okay, right now we're just putting in some screws and nuts to make the next set of pieces. We need to join 3 to make 1. And that's not counting the brackets.
Turn the camera off for a second from top.
There's no camera.
What did you do with it?
I don't know.
Did it fall down?
Looks like.
Excuse me. The instructions aren't very good on this. It just gives pictures and not very good ones. So we're putting it together right now the way it says in the picture. And then we might have to take it apart and move things around. Can't hold them both and film at the same time. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so we just tapped in a couple of small pipes to keep the ones that were bending from bending over. Fred's gonna finish this side up, and then we're gonna follow the instructions on the next step. This whole greenhouse, they said, is supposed to take 3 people 2 hours to do. We've been out here since 10:30.
Could be.
It sounds like it.
Let's take one at a time, kid.
Making some okay progress on it. Hoping to have it done today. We'll see.
It's only supposed to take 2 to 3 hours. We've been at it for 4 hours so far. All right.
All right, we're doing day 2 of the greenhouse build. We got most of it framed in yesterday before the wind picked up. It took almost all day. It says it's supposed to be only a 2 or 3 hour project with 3 people. 3 people, and here's day 2. Fred's putting on this cross member here, trying to line it all up, and then we're going to tighten it down. We still got to straighten things out a little bit as he tightens it down. And then we have to repeat the same thing on the other side. And then we have to put 2 of these members here for the back. Alright, here's Dad getting ready to put the other side up. It didn't tell us anything about this side, but we're trying to make it match the other side. The numbers don't match up, so we reversed them like we did previously in the instructions. So hopefully it works. Okay, we got that side all done and tightened down. Looks pretty good. We're gonna pull the stakes in a while. We're just making sure everything's gonna be nice and tight before we do. We got the next side almost all the way up. Dad and Fred are finishing some of the bolts for it right here. So Fred's tightening everything down over there. So we're tightening down the bracing right now. And then I'll tighten down the top and everything, and then we'll start on the back. So we tried the tripod, and it seems to work, because then it frees me up, but it blows over with a gust of wind, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it gets pretty windy out here.
No, I haven't noticed. Excuse me.
Okay, so Fred got all of this tightened down. So now we're starting on the back part. Okay, so we got the cross beam here put up for the brace. And we got the first side right here put up. Fred's over here working on this other cross beam, tightening it down. And then Dad's gonna help Fred put up this other side cross beam. And then we got one here for the center.
That goes here. That goes again. Just a little bit. Move these bolts we can. Okay.
Alright, so Fred's going around tightening everything down. Making sure it's all straight and tight. Okay, so the next step was to put part of the front together. So that's what we're doing. We got the cross member up in front of Dad. We're putting up the side beam there, and we're gonna repeat process on this other side over here. Alright, so we got pretty much the whole front end in, and now we're putting up these cross members here for the roof. We got the front end.
Got to figure out
That'll
the top.
That'll be next. Let's tighten these down and then put the back in. Alright, so we're getting, the back is almost all the way up here. And then our next step is to put the cross beam along the top. And that's what I'm working on putting together right now. As soon as Fred and Dad get done here, they'll be helping me. Yeah, so this is how we have to put things together. It's just like the walls where we had to put a bunch of bolts in two different areas to keep it together. That's what we're working on right now.
Chicken in the pig pen, wouldn't you know?
Alright, so we're putting on the last piece, 4 more bolts, and then we have the pleasure of putting it up.
Hit the ground.
Alright, so we got this going up. Alright, so we're gonna line it up.
Give me that one, please.
And the next step I already did. It was to put up the header for the door. We just have to tighten it down. So once Fred's here, we'll just tighten her down. After Fred's done tightening all these down.
Screw in that, please.
Alright, as Fred's tightening down this header here, I will go start putting the next section. Okay, so we got the rail system, the top part, up for the door. And Fred is over here putting the cross members in for the roof. all the way down on both sides.
Fred's working real hard over here. Brian, of course, is standing over here looking at something. Oh, he's supposed to be reading the instructions. That's what it is. So we'll step over here real quick. There's the instructions. And now he's got to figure out numbers. All the numbers are on there, but they're all messed up right now. Okay, back to Fred. Happy? I'm missing two. Missing two. Okay, they got that up. Got these all tightened down. I've not tightened down those up top yet because there's supposed to be a venting window. We're supposed to slide some bolts in there somewhere. So once we figure that out and get them done, starting to look like the frame of a greenhouse, but well, on to the next thing.
Alright, so we kind of skipped a couple of steps and we decided to frame in these parts because the other parts weren't quite coming together, so we're trying our best. These are the wall panels. We're trying to fight the wind right now. Wind's kicking up. So that makes 4 panels right now. And it's 6 per side. So we have 2 more panels on this side and 6 on the other. And then we'll start doing the roof. Alright, so these aren't easy to put in. Fred's struggling. Well, it's not going to be super pretty, but hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah, loose enough to stretch here because they were kind of binding up everything. So he went along, loosened them all up, and it seemed to work. So he's going to do the same to this side, and then we're going to put up the panel.
Alright, so Fred's putting up panels. He's already got one of them buckled in now. Other one's going in. We had to catch a couple of them because they blew away. So we're trying to move as fast as we can.
We're going to have a lot left over, but it's going to go on and on and on until we run out.
It doesn't say how many we're supposed to put on each side or anything like that. It gave us over 300 of them now, so we're just gonna put them all up with just 4, and if there's any left over, we'll just go back through and start putting more in. And then it said after we get the whole thing up to go through and take off all the white film. The white film is supposed to face the sun, so we're assuming that that means outside. So that's what we're doing. We're almost done with half a day too on putting this thing together. So 3 hours, 3 people. Maybe if you put together a bunch of them.
You should do this for a fucking living. Yeah.
Alright, last wall panel. Hey Papa, show them what one of them clips look like. Or Fred. So that's what one of the clips looks like. And it's supposed to go in like that.
And it doesn't tell you on the instruction. They give you trial and error. More error than trial.
Alright, here we are putting the door to the greenhouse together. So there's 3 different panels to the door. Fred's putting the first panel on. And then we'll put the second panel on. So Fred's just going to make it snug. He's not going to tighten it down right now. So we can have enough play for the other panels to slide in. Okay, Dad's putting the other panel in.
Loosen up a little pen.
I'll let y'all know we are on TikTok now. There's not as many videos. We just started the whole TikTok account. It should be the same. It is what it is, Homestead. So check us out there. Like and subscribe there because we really appreciate it. We do have our video gaming channel. It's called Gaming on the Homestead. Please go check it out. We do it when it's too windy to be out here and we're snowed in or something. Bless you. Yes, it looks like a hot mess right now, but all of this is part of the greenhouse that we're trying to figure out. The instructions have no words at all. It's all pictures. And not very good pictures. Okay, Dad and Fred are installing the last panel right now. And I think we're going to wait until absolutely everything is done before we hang the door.
We'll do a test fitting, but we're not going to keep it up. I'm going to make sure it works somewhat. And last night we had some real high winds, and well, the panels remained where they were, which was good. We thought maybe we'd have to find them all.
Alright, Fred's gonna go hang the door right quick. Well, it mostly works. So. Alright, we're slowly putting the panels on the roof. The wall panels are pretty much up. We're not doing the front and the back wall panels yet. We're just doing the sides and the roof like it says. And then the next step will be the front and back. We're got 2 small panels. We're going to put one window here where Fred is. And one window over where the other panel is to give it ventilation. We figured cross ventilation is better than having it all on one side, especially with our wind. So Fred's making sure everything's completely tightened down after that windstorm we had.
Press on that, please. Thank you. Copy. Press on that in, please. Do you want that? Press. Thank you. Okay.
Alright, Fred's done with that, so we're going to start putting wall panels up using the little buckles here like we did yesterday. Fred's grabbing his handy dandy ladder. Alright, so it's coming together a little faster than it did the last couple of days. But we got most of the roof on this side. We're just buckling it down now. So Dad just used some of the styrofoam and put these, I don't know what we call them, bucklers, connectors, whatever, down so that we don't have to have a big box with them.
And untangle them every time.
Fred's about the only one that can reach that high up, so he gets the good job.
I'm the one that doesn't like height.
Okay, Dad's buckling down the bottom parts of the panels on the roof to the greenhouse on this side. The other side's already buckled down pretty much, except for where we're putting the windows. Fred's putting in the bottom part of the back panels right now. And then we just have the 3 panels up top and then the front. We're going to do those after we figure out how to put the window vents in. So Dad decided to start putting the other panels up while we're waiting for Fred to buckle the rest of the roof down. So you got that triangle panel up there. Got 2 of the front panels for the doorway. Alright, so Fred's buckling down some of these little itty bitty panels here. Because Dad is over there getting more of the braces ready to go. I have to keep shutting the camera off once in a while because I have to help him get the panels ready to go. And try to make sense of the instructions. Alright, sorry we put the window together without showing you guys, but we're trying to just fit it together to see how it worked. So, they told us to use a certain nut and bolt, but they didn't give us enough for what they told us to use on that. So we're using a different one and hoping it works properly the whole time, but so far it's working. It's a good thing about being a homesteader, you have to just improvise. And the wind is starting to pick up a little bit, so luckily we're almost done. We just have one more window to put together, install them, and then one more actual 1 or 2 more panels to actually put up, and we're good to go. Our project will be done. I want to give kudos to Fred. He ain't been doing this stuff at all his whole life, and he gets out here and look what he does. Alright, so explain what you did, Fred.
We tighten these down loosely so we can fit the window in. Then we'll go and attach the top. First, I gotta finagle this until it slides in. Okay.
Alright, now he's going to put the top on and buckle it all in, and we got to figure out how to install the vent window in there.
Get these last two corners. Now slowly insert this little nut in there. It lines up. And then put the screw bolt in. Can get fiddly at times. Especially if it goes back too far. Scared the shit out of me.
Okay, so Fred is done with the two windows, so we're going to go try to install them now. So this piece here is designed so when the window goes up, it latches to there and it vents the place. We're just trying to figure out how to install the window properly so it don't blow away.
Okay. We got the panels up. Got the windows up. Going around. Using up the last of these suckers. Secure panels the best we can. Hopefully to keep them from moving during the wind. Alright, done with the panels. Got her all together. We even started putting our plants back in here. Trying to resurrect our blueberry. Since last fall, the chickens plucked it. Got onions, we got strawberries. We got 2 onions left after something's been nibbling on them. Strawberries, which are starting to flower. And that's how we open and shut the vent. So it's done for now. We're planning on putting a bench in here for the small plants and going along the side and putting plants we're going to keep all year right along here, maybe along here, depending on what we decide to do with the big pots. Okay, everyone, I had a doctor's appointment today, so we went in town, came back to find this. We're pretty sure it was one of those large dust devils we get once in a while. Blew a lot of the panels off and flipped it. We're just glad it didn't take out the solar panels at the same time. We found these. The panels were almost in the neighbor's yard over there, and they were across the street. We have no idea if we got them all yet. We'll find out. Call it a last cast. All right. Let's move to the plants.
Catch the center. Alright, now do a walk around. Get detail. Show them things are bent. Missing. Show them what kind of wind we get out here.
Okay, got it turned over. Top is bent. This side is bent. Well, was bent end. Not as bent now. See, the bracing got torn out when it flipped. Frame's got bent completely on this side. A lot of panels are missing out of this. We have no idea if we managed to find them all. Probably not.
Door's intact.
Go on, Ben. Nice. Well, we're going to hunt around for a few. See if we can find the panels.
Alright, so we decided we're going to try to bend it back and save it. Dad already bent it back a little bit. Got a couple of corners that were bent. So we're going to position it and then we'll go step by step with the rest of how we're going to try to do it.
Okay. We're going to attempt to put it back up. We got it pretty close to where we had it last time. Peppy, tell the good people what we're going to do different this time.
All right. We got pallets cut over there. We're going to bring them in. And they're going to go at the backside with a sheet of plywood under it. And underneath the lip. Hopefully, nothing moves. And then on this side, we're going to put planter box. One of those big ones. There, and another sheet of plywood here. Hopefully, we get enough weight in there it doesn't move. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Here's Pappy putting some of the side panels in. Me, as soon as I find a pair of pliers to bend some of those back into place, I'll be putting the securing pins for the top panels in again. It's going to be a long day. Okay, got the ceiling panels secured on this side. Starting to put up the panels on the side here. These are just temporarily tacked up until I get the ceiling done. Top part of this done. Brian's still going through the panels to make sure they're facing the right way for those. Dad's over here securing side panels for me to work with. And I'm going to be starting on ceiling panels on this side. Okay, folks, end of another week. Since it's real windy outside, I'm going to film the outro in the greenhouse. If you liked what you've seen this week, leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notice bell. We try to get them out every Saturday, but sometimes the weather blocks our solar panels. We can't do anything. Always love hearing from you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.